Eating some pancakes.
That's the new intro.
Yeah. Too sexy for
Hola.
too sexy for your pod. Too sexy for
Rank.
too sexy for the rap. Too sexy for that. Yeah. I'm too sexy for this. Too sexy for your pod. Too sexy for this pod. Yeah. I'm too sexy for that.
Episode 3.
Oh, yeah. Episode 3. It's the next week.
Pancakes.
It's after week 1. He's eating pancakes. This golden hour sun is blessing me right now. You know how it is. So let's get right into it, man. I want to talk about the absolute matchup I had with Presley and how it came down on Monday night. I was getting ready to tell this story to Mav, and I said, you know what? I'm going to save it for the pod. So I'm going to run right into
We know everybody's going to listen.
Everybody's going to listen. They're going to hear this fantastic story, right? So it comes down to Monday night. Initially on Sunday, it looks like I was going to, really give her the business. And then the Packers had one of the worst games I've ever seen in my entire life. And of course, I have both Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams. Wow, that sun is fading very quickly. And they scored a combined like 11 points. Like it was pretty shitty. And so that really tanked me down. And then obviously Judy got injured as well. So that really bumped me down. Even though he did score 10. And then so come Monday night, I'm down and I need like 23 and change from Waller. And the game
Unreasonable. That could never happen, right?
the game comes out pretty hot. Like it was rolling. And then finally it comes down to it. And I think the game's over. And then boom, it's going to overtime, right? And all I need is literally less than 1 point from Darren Waller. So all he needs to do is make a catch for 5 yards and I would win. I think he could even make a catch for 4 yards and I would win. And
It's so easy.
so I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe it's going to overtime. I got one more chance. So I tune in and I'm like, let's see what happens. So they got the coin toss, Raiders win it. I'm like, perfect. They're starting way back there. There's no way they don't throw it to Darren Waller once. And then all of a sudden, boom, 3 plays. They're down there in the red zone and they march all the way down to like the 33-yard line. And I'm like, all right, well, it's coming down the wire here. We need a Waller catch. It's big deal time. It comes down. It's third down. They need a first down. And they go for a longer pass, and they complete it to Bryan Edwards. And he stretches out, grabs the touchdown, and they say, that's the game. However, they replay it. It's not over. It's not a touchdown. They're at the goal line. So now I'm like, well, obviously, they're going to run it in. It's first down on the goal line. So they go for the QB sneak. Doesn't work. And then they go for the run play. Oh, what's this? They get a false start. They're backed up 5 yards, and now they got to throw it. So I'm like, no way. This is perfect. This is exactly Waller territory. And, of course, he's been double-teamed every single play. And so he drops back to throw it. Nothing. No good. Incomplete pass. We got another shot. Perfect. So he drops back to the pass. He's got Waller on the side. Waller draws the double. He cuts in. Probably could have forced it to him, but he doesn't. He turns. He looks the other way. And he throws it to newcomer Willie Snead, mind you, who used to play for the Ravens.
I was gonna say newcomer. You guys been around the league for like a decade.
Yeah, but he's new to the Raiders, and it might be a for the Ravens because the ball comes right into his hands, flies right through. So then he goes right through, and then it hits the Ravens player right off the face mask, and then it pops up into the air, and it's picked off by the Ravens. And I'm like, okay, so while this isn't good, this could also play out in my favor. So we need a big Raiders stop here. So we need a big Raiders stop. So Lamar's got the ball. He's doing his thing. Guess what? Doesn't work. Sacked on third down. I'm like, no way. But on the sack, he fumbles it. And so now the Raiders recover. So instead of punting it all the way down the field where there's no chance that Waller doesn't get a catch on another 75-yard drive, he flubs it. And now they're in field goal territory with the ball. And I'm like, okay, well, this pretty much screws me because they're just going to run the clock out or run the ball until the point where he's going to kick a field goal. So they start running the ball, and then that doesn't work. And then they get dropped for a huge loss. They lose like 6 yards, and they trot out the kicker. So you think, all right, they're just going to go for the field goal. And then they get a delay of game. So the kicker comes off the field because it's 5 yards too far, and they're deep in their zone, and they got to throw it again. So you think, no brainer. Who are you going to throw to? Darren Waller. So he drops back for the pass, which apparently was surprising all of the Ravens players. And then he just lobs it up to Zay Jones, also new to the Raiders. And he gets a wide open game-winning touchdown. And Darren Waller doesn't touch the ball on 2 possessions in overtime with all that yardage gained. Unreal, man. Absolutely unreal. And that's how I lost to Presley by less than 1 point.
I got nothing to add. I think Darren Waller had 13 targets, right?
He had a great game.
None of those came in the last quarter. That's unfortunate.
Yep. It's just a big bummer. I mean,
I don't know what to say to console you.
It's honestly, it is what it is. Like, I'm not that mad about it. I felt like I easily should have won that game, but it is what it is. I'm just hoping the Packers look a little bit better next week because that really killed me.
Waller was dragging your corpse to the finish line and just couldn't help you enough.
Couldn't get me over the line. I mean, seriously, like if Judy gets injured like half a drive later, he probably puts up another 0.8 points, whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, like even like Kyler Murray not throwing an extra pick, even though he had a fantastic game, could have saved me. I mean, I could have started Waddle over Judy, I guess. I don't know. But like I would have done that, probably not,
No, not week 1.
So I lost.
That's fantasy football.
That's fancy for you. That's the end of the pod. That's it. That's the whole
Dallas.
episode.
That's it. All right. I'll see you later, bud.
Oh man. So any other interesting games? I was pretty focused on myself there.
Interesting games, no. Not in my opinion. Just seeing Mo Mountain Bitch come out on bottom was pretty interesting, but
yeah.
And the snake immediately going to the top.
Yeah, he's flipping the script this year.
Yeah, he's trying to at least.
I think so. I think he's going.
But no other really close games like that. That was impressive.
Yeah, that was a doozy. Yeah, good old Chunk. He smacked you.
Yeah, didn't stand a chance. Fitzpatrick really submarine my team. I wasn't expecting him to have that low of a score. I expected like, maybe, I was going for upside there. And it really didn't play out. It was all downside. Immediately, hip gone. Classic old man move right there.
Yeah, and you started him in 2 leagues too.
Well, we don't need to talk about that.
Because I got you in the other one.
Yep. Fuck me. Taylor Heineke, big bid coming in.
I would say biggest blowout. Haley beat Kara. Haley had a good week. Obviously Kara had the worst week. So, one of 2 under 100 there. The other one was Mrs. Mike Monte Almeida. Actually, with Mike was ranked dead last, but had a pretty good week. After being ranked last in the power rankings, he had a very strong performance from Russell Wilson, from Adam Thielen. He even got a good week out of Cooks and a decent week out of Josh Jacobs as well, which was kind of surprising for me. But I mean,
I was surprised about Josh Jacobs too, especially the night before where he was listed as questionable with an illness. I'm like, oh boy, that's not a good look.
No,
and he showed up.
What's interesting too is like for Mike's team, it was 6 out of his 9 starters scored higher than their projection. So obviously, like we don't take much of stock of like the projections and stuff, but like those factor into the power rankings, and his team just really outperformed what they expected to do. So yeah, I mean, pretty good for him there. That was the 3rd largest mismatch of the week. And then I believe it was you, and then
I'll take the L.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't really have that bad of a week, but you would have.
I think if I had a quarterback, it would have been closer, but I still wouldn't have won.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
it's all right. On to next week.
Everybody who lost, got pretty much destroyed. So it's kind of a 50-50 week, except for mine.
Yeah.
Zach's team did well too. I'll run through that real quick. But he had the highest. I think him and Marcus both got an A+ for like the weekly grade. Yeah. Which was, pretty good. But I mean, ultimately, like M's team, they just got less than they had, really kind of projected to get. Yeah. So not much you can do there. But I mean, hey, I love TJ Hawkinson this year.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm pretty bummed that I don't have him in the ESPN league. I have Kyle Pitts instead of him. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of Zach's players like exceeded their expectations as well too. So the only review that they have on Zach's team is about his kicker, Greg Zerlin, only making 3 out of his 5 field goals. That's the only mistake that his
so mean
in general. But yeah, and that's pretty much it for the week 1. I mean, the actual NFL games were pretty exciting. Good stuff. Like it was.
Yeah, the Chiefs and Browns, very good game.
Very good game. Honestly, I thought you had it too, but I knew the Chiefs weren't going to give it up like
that. For the audience, that's who I picked, and we were picking which teams were going to win on the week. I took the Browns. Big upside there, but ultimately, just like Ryan Fitzpatrick, popped out a hip.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tough nuts. I'll have to share the results of that otherwise, but not really a hot start on our other bet about Deontay and
oh yeah, I wanted to bring that up. Let's go. I looked that up.
Ooh, yeah, I mean,
Cuddy.
I already knew from the start I was going to lose this one because it's not a bet that I wanted to make.
But backed into a corner.
I want to reiterate that my point was literally on the Steelers depth chart before they started the season that Deontay Johnson was listed as the wide receiver 3, and that was just a fact. And then
nope.
You
said he's a bum. You said he's a bum.
Your little
and I said
conniving ways. You sank your hooks into me. Gave me the implication and then forced me to make a bet with you. So now I'm gonna have to make it up by making a bunch of other bets that will net me more cans of liquid death than I'm gonna have to pay you.
You got any bets in mind?
This week, well, we were gonna do like a bold claim at the end, so we'll probably do some bold claim bets.
Might have to do some editing to figure out my bold claim, but anyway.
Yeah, we'll keep it nice and sleek. Moving on, we're looking at next week's matchups.
That's right. Looking at some start-sit decisions. Is that right?
Yeah, we can take a look at that for sure, and we can take a look at some of the actual, head-to-head games that we're going to be going into.
Yeah.
But if you want to start off with some start-sit stuff,
well, I guess we could review the matchup and do the start-sit within that.
Yeah.
Right. For each individual team.
So
yeah. Why don't we do a two
smart.
for?
Oh, dude.
So
smart. Oh, that's another thing too. I forgot to mention is that I tried to pick up 2 defenses and I didn't get either of them, and I got a 0 on my defense spot.
Did we talk about Tyson Williams?
No, we didn't.
How I snagged him from your clutches.
My clutches
right before.
Oh, so
right before Gus Edwards got injured for the season.
Fuck me over so good, bro.
So you tried to get 2 defenses. What happened there?
I tried to get the Broncos, didn't get them.
Yeah.
And I tried to pick up another defense as well, and then didn't get them either. I don't know if it was like ranked like lower, but I don't even think anybody else picked up a defense. I don't really know what happened. But it's the Panthers D, which would have given.
I know Alex had to pick up a defense, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think he got the Broncos in front of me.
Yeah.
And which sucked because that would have given me enough to win. And then I tried to pick up the Panthers as well, but that didn't go through. I don't know if I just didn't like them at the top, or maybe I just made an error in that stupid ass Yahoo app. But
could have been. Yeah, you can always text the commissioner. Give me a call. Sorry. Sorry. Timeout. There's a tight end. There's a tight end that you need to pick up right now. He goes by the name of can't remember the first name, but last name Farrow. tight end for Houston.
Is it Cooper Farrow or something like that?
I think it's Cooper.
Yeah, I know.
You need to pick him up immediately.
Oh, make it mandatory.
Yes. Anyway, so we're going to do the matchup.
You're gonna want to start over. You were with that point that you were making before completely.
Yeah, just talking about my and M's matchup. I'm starting. I gotta get a quarterback off of waivers, and then that should put me right.
I mean, who are you going for? Are you going for Kirk Cousins?
Dead even. I'm not telling you.
Definitely going for Kirk.
Not a chance. As far as everything else goes, everything's pretty even with M having the better receiving core, with me having the better running backs. But who gives a shit about that stuff? Am I right? Well, we care. No, I mean, I can't go too into depth into this stuff because we're gonna see what happens on Thursday. Starting Thursday. At least I can't. Maybe you can. I'm not a smart man. What I care about is Trey Lance. He got his first touchdown as well, so that's looking promising for me in the future weeks.
Yeah.
And then as far as starting sit on this team, I'm starting James White, which I don't know if that's the best option. I might want to look for somebody else off of waivers potentially. but she's hurting at running back right now.
Mm.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add with that? If you think there's anybody else on her team that she should start, or if you agree with James White?
I mean, he didn't really have a bad week necessarily, and like I feel like with Mac Jones, like he threw a decent amount of passes, and he threw a lot of passes very accurately. So I could see him getting more work.
Yeah, after I guess Harris and Stevenson fumbling too didn't help, but
yeah, I mean,
yeah, I'm trying to stay out of New England backfield personally.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Yeah, I don't really have much else for that.
And then as far as me, I'm too close to the situation here. Do you have any start-sit decisions for my team?
Oh, good golly. I think you're in a sticky wicket here because you got a lot of people that you could start. Like, I think you could easily start Antonio Brown. I think you could easily start Courtland Sutton. You might even want to.
But over who? But over who though?
That's what I'm saying. It's like that's why I feel like you're kind of in a sticky situation because like you have a lot of people that you could start. You know, like I think both Antonio Brown and Courtland Sutton have like really, really good matchups.
They do,
but it's hard to say. Like, I don't know. I would feel fine benching Clyde, but like it'd be really hard to do because he did have a good week. I mean, he didn't have an amazing week, but he didn't have a bad week either. And it's just tough.
It might be worth it to bench Clyde because I think in a positive game script where they're winning, he'll do better. But next week he's going up against Baltimore, and that's probably going to be a close game.
It's also
he's not going to get a lot of carries.
It's tough to like go by game script too with like a back that can catch a lot of passes, but I don't know. It's like I feel like you're almost better off like starting a receiver that like might have a good game. If I'm like, I like Courtland Sutton a lot. I feel like Antonio Brown's not going to follow it up with another 20-point game again. But I mean, they're playing
against Atlanta. Yeah, fuck.
I mean, that's the tough part with Tampa Bay, right? You just really don't know who's going to go off any given week. So
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if you want to play it safe, I'd probably just leave what you have. But I think if you want to like take a risk and go for the dub, then I'd probably throw Sutton in there. Or maybe even Antonio if you really want to go for it. I'd leave Tyson on the bench. Again,
definitely.
If you can, and which you obviously can. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was a massive, massive fan of Nick Chubb like going in. So I wanted to hit as many stonks of Chubb as possible, but I couldn't get him in this league. So, you know, well, I mean, I couldn't get him because you picked him.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think you're fine. You just need a quarterback. That's going to be a big problem for you.
All right. I don't think it'll be a problem at all.
Could be a massive problem for you.
I'm feeling quite all right at quarterback.
I think you're in jeopardy.
Nope, not Aaron Rodgers. That's not my quarterback.
That's a good one,
right.
Because he had a bad week, but also because he hosted Jeopardy. That's a good joke.
Thank you, double entendre.
Yeah, that was really
the entendres.
Moving on.
All right, let's go to Zach's team and eat a raw egg.
Okay, let's look at. We're looking at Zach's
team. Great matchup. Yep, and eat a raw egg.
Well, I gotta go by team. For some reason, it won't show.
Oh, you can't do the matchups. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here. Right. I can click on it now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got it there. All right, so.
Oh, we should do pick'ems. We should pick who's going to win. I like that. I just thought of that off the cuff.
Oh yeah, because they have the buttons for pick to win here.
Do they?
If you look it on desktop, they have you can do pick to win.
Well, I'm gonna choose eat a raw egg to win this matchup. Bigly because of Dave Montgomery, and I think Justin Herbert pops off this week.
I think he has a better week than last week.
Yeah, and I think Zeke has a better week. I think it's a big bounce back week for eat a raw egg team.
I don't know. Like we got Dak. Like he's playing against the Chargers. I mean, it's him and Herbert head to head. That could be a big game.
Ridley, I'm very low on right now after week one. I could change in an instant, but I wasn't too psyched on.
I think he's going to have another. I think he's going to have another tough game, but he got a lot of targets, and he had a really good target share. And of all the routes that he ran, like he got a lot of targets for Atlanta. So I think like that's going to be good. Godwin, I feel like I don't know. I don't know if he's going to pop up this week. Jonathan Taylor, I think he's going to have a better game. I think Mike Davis is going to have a tough time. I love Hawkinson, so I think he's going to have a fantastic game against Green Bay. I mean, first of all,
it's gonna be a close one, but I think Eat a Raw Egg's got the edge.
Like gun to my head, yeah, I'd probably take Prez in this one.
Yeah. As far as start sit, I'm going to go on a limb and say that Estrella can drop Raheem Mostert. You agree?
Well, yeah, he's going to be out for the season, so yeah.
Exactly. All right, perfect.
All right, so Estrella, if you watch this at all, just go ahead and drop Raheem Mostert. He's going to be out for the entire season.
That's how we know he watch. And then I do like Matt Stafford as well. This week and every week. Wish I could have gone him. Damn shame.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
So who are you taking in your matchup? Are you taking yourself?
What do you mean? Oh yeah, of course take myself. I'm not an asshole.
All right. Well, I'm writing all these down.
Oh, okay, yeah. Gotta keep a log. Yeah. Oh, and then you against Michael Motorcycle.
All right. So
sorry, I was just looking ahead.
I guess I'm gonna have to take you in that matchup.
Hey, let's go. Oh, dude, your roster is injury riddled already.
So,
one weekend.
Okay, that was another thing I want to talk about.
Holy.
Is I got 3 guys on IR that are gonna be out for a significant amount of time, and I just I'm gonna have to drop at least one of them.
I think the easy one for me would be Gallup.
Is it?
I think so. He's already the 3 on the team. I think Judy out 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah,
potentially, but I don't know that I want to drop Judy, but it's.
Well, he's also think about it, it's a high ankle sprain. Like even he might not even recover fully from that all season.
Well, yeah, even when you do come back from that, it's tough. You saw Saquon have trouble with that a couple years ago.
And then we got Curtis Samuel, and he's going to be rolling with backup quarterback, and he's not even he might not even be a top 2 target on the team. He's probably in the top 3.
He tried getting out there from the groin injury, and he re-injured himself on the during practice.
Exactly.
So, I mean, all 3 are droppable, but you don't need to drop all 3. And just one or two.
I'm not going to drop all 3, but one's going to be in the IR. It's going to be Judy. And then it's going to be between – I'm going to hold on to Judy because I think he's the best at 3. But, I mean, it's going to come down to, what I need. I still have a bench slot open, too. So I'm, really low on bench talent right now.
That's true. As far as who I'm taking in this matchup, I'm going to go – this one could be close as well. I don't think Cooks is going to pop off this week playing Cleveland.
No, I'm going to start Cleveland defense this week, too. So
Yep, that's a good move.
He's got Washington football team defense against the Giants. He could easily hang 20 on me with that. Easily.
Oh, this is a toss up.
Honestly, I don't feel great about my team. Obviously, Waller was great, Murray was fantastic, and I could see him having
I'd be nervous about Green Bay until they get their feet under them.
They're also playing the Lions this week, though. And I think that's the perfect matchup because the Lions are they're not the worst team in the league anymore, but they're not great. And they will be throwing and moving the ball a lot. So I feel like they can score some points. So I feel like Green Bay is going to have to keep up, but it shouldn't be too hard. And I think they should get a win and put them back on track. But I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and just take Mike. I'm just going to take myself to lose in this one.
Wow. Taking yourself to lose. Yeah. Russell Wilson going up against Tennessee. I'm going to go Mike as well.
I mean,
start sit decisions for Mike, though. Do we got anything? Maybe Juju instead of Brandon Cooks. That would be the only one I
very funny.
I'm serious. I'm 100% serious with Juju over Brandon Cooks.
No, I think he should. I don't know. It's tough. They're going to have to throw the ball. Somebody's going to have to catch the ball at some point. And I think that Brandon Cooks is going to be the best option on the team. So if you want to go by target share and stuff, Cooks is definitely going to get more action.
So I'm not convinced that they're going to even be able to throw a touchdown this week against Cleveland.
I don't know. It's not always about the touchdowns too. I mean, if Cooks makes 7 catches for 60 yards, I mean, that's probably better than what Juju's going to pull out. Who knows though?
We'll see. I'm taking Juju in this one. Do you want to make a bet on that where I take Juju and you take Cooks?
I'm in enough bets involving Juju. I didn't even want to be involved.
You want to be in another one?
No. I mean, heck, he could even put Jacoby Myers in against the Jets. I feel like that's a fine play.
Juju over Jacoby?
Stop it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm really not going to make too many comments for him. I mean, I think he still has a good chance to beat me. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Right.
And then who's it? We got
Olax and Moat Mountain Bitch.
I think Olax is gonna steam her. I'm not really sure.
Oh yeah, no, I'm looking at this and it's split down the middle, but I'm going Olax. Evans bounce back game. Tyreek Hill torching it.
Let me get the matchup up.
Oh, I'm reading it.
Oh man, they're projected to score within 0.3. Wow, that's nuts. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers has a good game, Kara should win this. But
he's also got Josh Allen if he has a better game.
But I feel like I don't know. I guess Miami and Detroit are like somewhere in the similar ballpark.
I guess some hot start and sit decisions on this one for sure. So with that being said, I think as much as I didn't like it I wouldn't start Gordon over Robinson, even though he did score a handful of points. It was on one long run. Not that he can't do it again, just not likely.
But they're playing Jacksonville though.
True.
And as Jacksonville proved last week, they're still not a very good team.
Yeah, no, they're not. I think Javonte is going to start taking the workload through the season. Probably not this week, but I still like Robinson more than Gordon personally. And then for Kara, I definitely wouldn't be starting Ayuk until Shanahan shows some confidence in him.
I would 100% be benching Ayuk, and there's she just play Corey Davis. I mean, even England,
that's a great pick.
He's just
Corey Davis, or even Chase Edmonds there. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I mean, she's got both of the Arizona running backs.
Start one of them.
I mean, it's pretty clear that Edmonds is kind of like the 1A, So I don't know. I mean, even Landry had a decent week last week, and I feel like he could easily have a good week again, especially if Beckham's still banged up. I'm taking Kara in this one. You want Olax?
Yeah, I'm going to go Olax.
I think Kara's team should have a better week this week.
Well, obviously that's what we're betting on. Or making our wagers on.
And then it would be who's left, Haley versus
Slippery Snake. I'm just gonna go Haley right off the bat here because fuck the snake.
I'm definitely.
I think he goes. Sure. I think he slithers. I think he slithers back into his hole this week and loses.
He slithers back.
That's my statistical analysis.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I'm going Haley all day long here. Between Higbee, Mahomes. Oh, she's got both the Tennessee receivers locked up.
Why are you so up on Higbee?
Higbee?
Yeah, you said between.
How are you not up?
You said between.
Oh, dude, how are you not up on Higbee?
Yeah, but you're between Higbee and Mahomes.
Yeah, that guy's a monster.
Well,
you kidding me?
Didn't he only have one catch last game?
He got a full 9 points. Big Higbee guy over here.
Oh, he got 5 catches for 68 yards.
Yeah, and that's about my full analysis on this game. The two Tennessee receivers.
Why are you so high on Higbee?
Hey, I'll put Higbee up against any tight end in the league.
Oh my God. I would. I might bench T. Higgins and go Claypool.
I was thinking the same thing. Actually, I like that pick. As far as anybody else know, as far as decisions on her team,
Julio didn't really have that great of a week.
And then if she does that, Marcus should bench. You should bench McLaurin for Deontay Johnson, so that way they're going head to head.
No, don't do that. That's so dumb.
Probably should. Can offset.
I'm a huge fan of DeAndre Hopkins this year. I think he's disgusting. He's such a good receiver. He pairs so well with Kyler Murray. I already wish I got him instead of Devontae. But, we'll see how that turns out. But
I think you're going to be fine.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't know.
Week 1 scary's got you good.
Spooky. But I don't know. He's got Brady against Atlanta. I feel like he could easily just hang a quick 25. And then he's got Hopkins. I think Cooper's still going to have a solid game. I think Kamara is going to have a better game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think Tanyan's gonna have a bounce back game. I think McLaurin's gonna have a great game. I think he's gonna ease.
I like how you just skipped right over Sanders.
Well, I don't think he's gonna do great. It doesn't really.
No, I get that. I just thought it was funny.
But he should probably also consider. I don't know. I don't know if there's anybody he can drop on his team, but starting Baltimore defense against Kansas City is.
I think he could drop Marcus Callaway right now.
I think he could maybe drop Baltimore defense altogether and just pick up a different one.
Yeah. Either of those options.
So I don't know. Thoughts, whatever. But I'm going to go. This is a tough one. Who are you going? You going Haley on this one?
Oh, yeah. Between Higbee and anybody else on her team. Yeah.
It's like I want to root for her more, but I also want to be right. And
I'm going to be right. All right. Higbee, top 5 tight end on the week. Is that bold enough?
That's pretty bold, yeah.
All right, good. That's my bold.
That is your bold claim.
That's my bold claim. Higbee, top 5 tight end on the week.
Let's go with
like one of them.
Aaron Rodgers finishes top 5 fantasy rankings in our league for this.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like
that's playing again.
The Lions, yeah.
I just want to see where Jimmy G finished this week because I feel like that'd be a good indicator, right? Oh, he's way down there. It's like 20.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to roll with that.
So
and
I'll take that.
I'll take that. So we have 2 differing ones, the Haley Marcus game and the Olax Carey game.
Yeah.
And we have our 2 bold picks. So whoever wins the majority of our wager this week wins 1 delicious can to their total for the end of the season. At the end of the season, we'll decide. We'll divvy it up and we'll see who gets all the cans.
Nope. Any of the fans are welcome to come over to the Grout Garage to watch the games. More than welcome to.
Lucky you guys.
Yeah. You can watch the games right there on that big old TV right by the squat rack, deadlift platform. Feel free. Meanwhile, you can have some pancakes, sit on the couch.
Wow.
It's a good old time.
You got the couch in there now? I bet that thing is all sweaty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know how much this couch costs?
Nothing.
You know how much that costs? Nothing. Oh. Found it on the street.
I mean, I don't doubt. I don't know if I'm not supposed to believe that or not, but I definitely believe that.
Oh, yeah. Got most of the dog smell out of it.
Oh, it smelled like dog before or after Wolfgang went on it?
Both.
Fair enough. Well, that's all we got.
Spot's going to shit.
Yeah, this is a rough one.
Come on over. Sit on my dog couch.
You sit on my fucking hobo couch and eat pancakes.
Hey, I was only on the street for 2 days. I checked.
Well, that's it for this episode.
Oh, yeah. All right. I'll see you all on Sunday.
Sounds good. I'll turn on the light for next episode.
Nah, we don't need that.
We don't need that shit. Peace.
All right. See ya.
Unfinished.